Justin, you see what I'm doing right now? What I'm doing is I'm lighting a nice, relaxing, scented candle and a stick of incense.
Okay.
Because tonight, I might boil myself.
Nice.
The entitlement that we are about to look at is real.
Oh.
I don't know if you've noticed, Justin, but someone has declared war on art.
On art?
Art. Now, art is not a guy, as I first thought. I didn't think that art... I first thought art was a guy. Yeah, exactly, like Art Vandelay, even though he's not a real guy. Or he might be. I don't know. Regardless, no, what they're talking about is pieces of art, as in artistic constructs. People have declared war. Apparently, all the oil is in those paintings, and so we have to get rid of them all by throwing food on them. Hold on. I have an article that kind of explains this. But first, before we go to that article, I'm going to throw a video of people throwing food and gluing themselves to something here. They're gonna be saying some stupid things. And then right here, I'm going to put another one. And these guys are going to be speaking German. I think that's mashed potatoes. But it's like store-bought mashed potatoes. That's why it's super runny, because none of these people have ever cooked for themselves in their lives. Over here, there's another one. This one's pretty funny. So now that you see what I mean, Justin, that there's a war on art, have you noticed this trend?
Yes, I have.
You have. And do you have anything to say about it?
Why is the art at fault? Like the environmental concerns weren't even a thing when a lot of these works of art were commissioned or created. This is like there was no idea. I mean, there was a lot. Well, depending on certain ones. I mean, a lot of them. Most like the statue that was destroyed, that was like knocked over and like they caused like a lot of damage. I think they knocked the nose off of some like 2,000-year-old like bust or like.
Oh man! Even then, like
2,000 years old. Outdates like their last 10 generations of relatives combined.
I mean, that's not even, that doesn't even belong to a museum. Like at that point, that belongs to humanity. That's a record of our history. Like, you have a 2,000-year-old artifact. That's not a symbol of anyone's nation. That's a symbol of our growth as a from shit flinging monkeys, if that's what you believe or whatever. But at that point, I think that belongs to like humanity. That's not.
People are still flinging shit.
Yeah, well,
I mean, they're flinging mashed potatoes.
Yeah, well, that's San Francisco's problem. I don't have to deal with that personally, so I don't give a shit. Forgive the pun. Now, Justin, so we've seen a couple of examples of what I was talking about, but this next one takes the proverbial cake, if you will. So, if you'll join me on a happy little adventure, we are going to read an article that I'm going to pop up on the screen for the people viewing at home. All right, Justin. Up on the screen right now is an article. If you check your Discord in a moment, you will have a copy of this article, so you can read along. And if any of you would like to read at home as well, I'll put the article in the description for you, and we can all read along together, because reading is fun. Justin, would you like to read that for the audience, please?
Germany. Climate activists glue themselves to Volkswagen visitor facility floor. Criticize company for not providing bowls to urinate and defecate while being glued.
Now, Justin,
hey, if you're gonna break into a showroom of vehicles and go through the effort of gluing yourself to the floor, then I think you're owed a bowl to shit and piss in, right? Like, I think that's the very least that the people you're protesting against could do.
Yeah, they could, because it's their job.
Complete idiot would say.
Yeah, because it's their job as the people that you're inconveniencing to help you inconvenience them. That's how it works. That's how reality functions. The person who punches you in the face, you have to pick one person to throw in the volcano. It's your turn to pick. You pick the guy who punches you in the face. You don't pick some random Joe and keep getting punched in the face. You pick the idiot who's punching you in the face.
You don't ask the victim, the person that you're punching in the face to accommodate you after that.
Yeah, you've stolen her purse, and then you come back to ask her if you can use her phone. Like, I don't know what these people are thinking. One, you can do better than a bowl, folks. Why didn't you bring a bucket, dude? You can put a lid on that shit, bro. Go to any restaurant, ask for an empty mayonnaise bucket. I'm sure they'll have one for you. And I'm sure they'll have
mayonnaise.
Bro, if you're looking, you gotta lug other stuff in there with you, right? You're gonna be cooking one-handed. Come on, you're going on a one-handed camping trip.
Dum 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 dum. So
we're gonna read the article. And it's gonna be fun because that's a fun thing to do. Oh, look, there's a picture here. It's nice. Picture, everyone glued to the floor. It was so nice of them to do it in a V formation so that we get a nice photo of it. It's almost like they took into account how the photo's going to look when they glued themselves, where they glued themselves.
Yeah, they're very symmetrical.
Very symmetrical. On Wednesday, 9 environmental activists belonging to Scientist Rebellion Group is highlighted. I'm sure if I click there, it'll open a thing. That works for climate revolution in Germany, glued themselves to the Porsche pavilion floor at Volkswagen's Autostadt to raise awareness about the climate emergency. The activists also declared a hunger strike demanding the authorities and government decarbonize the German transport sector. Autostadt is a facility for visitors adjacent to the Volkswagen facility in Wolfsburg, Germany. According to reports, the Autostadt at the Volkswagen plant is the factory where consumers and fans go to connect with the company's brands or experience some car-related pleasure. A total of 15 members of the Scientist Rebellion Group, who claim to be science researchers, marched into Autostadt to protest against Volkswagen and the second largest car producer in the world. 9 out of 15 research members of the protesting organization glued their palms on the floor as part of the protest, also decided to go on a hunger strike. Now, wait.
How do you shit and piss when you're on a hunger strike?
Only 9 of the 15 glued themselves. So there's like 40% buffer on there. Like 40% of the total number is just bullshit people that showed up that didn't help, then didn't really participate, right? Keep that in mind. Right. So they're lying about the numbers. It's like that kid in grade 10 who said he fucked 100 chicks. Like, there's no way. You don't have enough time in your life. You haven't been able to get boners long enough to have fucked 100 chicks in grade 10. The researchers said that Volkswagen should do its part in slowing down climate change and that it plays a big role in the fight against pollution. Really? Really?
Yeah, and like Porsche is like Porsche and Volkswagen are doing a big push for electric vehicles too. I mean, there's a whole other argument to be had about whether or not lithium mining is sustainable, and what's powering those lithium batteries in the first place. But I don't think that these guys are looking that far into it for some reason. If they didn't see far enough into the future to realize that they were going to need somewhere to defecate, then I'm thinking that that's probably something that they might have.
Well, this is an excellent opportunity for me to talk about my Rubik's Cube theory. Are you familiar with the Hamiltonian Rubik's Cube theory, Justin?
No.
All right. Well, the Hamiltonian Rubik's Cube theory, okay? You have conservatives, okay? Conservatives sit there looking at the fuck. You know what? I'm gonna get my Rubik's Cube out. So conservatives, they'll sit there, okay? They'll have like one face kind of half solved, another one kind of half solved. Like everything's kind of like sort of getting there. And so they're always looking at it carefully, deciding, oh, fuck, what's the next move going to be? And sometimes they'll make a move. But it happens very slowly, okay? Then you have your old school liberal, your 90s Bill Clinton-esque liberal types, okay? Now they'll make moves. They'll make more moves, okay? And sometimes they'll get it wrong, okay? They'll even get it wrong, but they're trying shit, all right? They're trying shit to see what works. Later on, we just have to move it back. But, you know, everyone's working because they understand that the shit that's happening on the back of the Rubik's Cube is going to affect the stuff on the front of the Rubik's Cube. All right? Progressives, I want the fucking white side solved now. I want it solved now. Fuck the green side. Fuck the blue side. Fuck the red side. Fuck the purple side. No, just the white side. We're getting the white side. Fuck all the other sides. Fuck all the other work that everyone else has done on this Rubik's Cube. We want this side, so fuck everything else. That's Hamiltonian Rubik's Cube theory.
Are you okay in there, Greg?
Yeah, I'm recording my show.
Yeah, that's I think it's a pretty good analogy.
I think it's pretty apt. All right. They also pointed out that the company has the means to lobby decision makers into doing the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Guess how they got into that position in the first place? Hey, wait. Is lobbying the right thing, Justin? Is lobbying good?
I don't think that's no.
I
don't
think
even think
lobbying for the right thing. Generally people don't lobby to do the right thing. They lobbyist to get away with not doing the right thing. Isn't that?
Yeah.
Am I not mistaken in that?
Yeah, I would say that that's probably a pretty
What a corporate loving fucking take. Like, ooh, please, Big Daddy Corporation, I fucking love you. Please, ooh, do what we want, ooh. Or we'll glue ourselves to your fucking building. Are you fucking daft, bro? Gianluca Grimalda, we'll just call him GG for short. One of the protesting activists who glued himself to the autostat floor took to Twitter. Oh, this will be good. Took to Twitter to register their protests and to register. Is that where you register protests now? Do you just go on Twitter and you register it on Twitter? Is there like a registration button?
I'm not sure.
Do we have to register the show? Like, is this illegal? Are we illegally filming now because we're not registered on Twitter?
Must be.
Oh, fuck. All right. One of the protesting activists who glued himself to the autostat floor took to Twitter to register the protests. Said that change needs to happen as... Oh, yeah, it's India, so a lot of these translations may not be perfect, eh?
Right.
Said that change needs to happen as 12% of the CO2 emissions come from the car sector. Speaking for the entire protesting group, he said, there's a real link between CO2 emissions and rising global temperatures. Decarbonization is important, and it must happen as fast as possible because the target for the net zero greenhouse gas emissions set through Roadmap 2050 is too far off to have a meaningful impact. Oh, there's video. Golly gee willikers, Justin, there is video. My goodness. Kind of wish we could just... All right, you want to click this at the same time?
You have to send... oh, wait, in the bottom of the...
In the article, after the part I just read, the roadmap to 2050.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it?
Gianluca Grimalda?
Yeah, this looks like the dude. Ready?
Yeah.
1,
Go.
2, 3, go.
Go.
I'm Gianluca Grimalda. I'm a researcher in social psychology at the Research Institute in Germany, and I'm here in the Porsche Pavilion in the Autostadt of Wolfsburg.
What a hero.
To denounce the responsibility of Volkswagen in the climate emergency that we are facing.
Thank you for speaking English, dude.
The largest car manufacturer in Europe and the second largest in the world. And the transport sector, the car sector, has a huge responsibility in the climate emergency. There are 12% of CO2 emissions that come from the car sector. So we are here with 8 other members of a scientist rebellion and with the 6 people who are helping us to demand the acceptance of the demands of our campaign. The introduction of a speed limit on motorways in Germany and the reintroduction of the €9 tickets that allow the people to travel freely for €9 on the public transport in Germany. And we are here because we know as scientists that there is a clear connection between the amount of CO2 emissions and the increase in temperatures. And we have already seen that now with only 1.2 temperature increase since pre-industrial level, we are observing famines, floods, droughts, and many other extreme weather events. We know that that is the cause, and we know that we must stop CO2 emissions. We know that we must decarbonize. The standard net zero by 2050, which also Volkswagen complies with, we know that will bring many millions of people dying. We know that for sure because I read the International Panel of Climate Change report.
Volkswagen complies, but you're going after Volkswagen anyway because they caved to you once already. So that's why you're going for them again.
The government.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. That's why we don't negotiate with terrorists. Not saying he's a terrorist, but that is the fundamental like logic behind not negotiating with terrorists. When a terrorist kidnaps one of your citizens and you just pay him, they're going to kidnap more of your citizens. But when they get a fucking like a van full of Marines through the fucking side of their building and bullets, like they don't kidnap your people. Like
when Jeff Bezos, like someone had nudes of Jeff Bezos, and they tried to like to extort him to paying out like a big sum of money, and he's like, whatever, go ahead. I'm not gonna give you money.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Like, as if they're gonna stop asking you for money. Like, just like, no,
they'll just keep going.
It's a shitty situation that you put me in, but go ahead and release them because I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not.
Well, there was one I forget.
It's not gonna solve my problem.
I forget who the guy was, but there was one guy I saw on Count Dankula, the Mad Lads, and he was a dude who was like building his own private army. And some of his people got arrested or something while running an op in a city, and he basically called up the mayor of that city or a statesman or the prime minister or something and said, if you don't release my people, I will turn your fucking country to glass. He like literally told him. Well, Dick Cheney's on the phone with them. Like he's like, Dick Cheney is the one who mediated the call, and he's like, if you don't do what I want, I'm gonna turn your country to glass, dude. Like it was badass. But that guy was fucking evil. But if you're gonna be evil, like, bro, roll evil like that, bro. You got to be raising your own army, be ready to fucking take over the world. Like, that's a plan. Global domination. That is a smart plan.
That's pretty funny though. Turn your country into glass.
I'll turn your fucking, or it was a city maybe. I think I'll turn your city to fucking glass. All right, let's keep going on this article. The activist also mentioned that the group chose Porsche's pavilion at Autostat to condemn Volkswagen's part in failing to address climate change early. So he did what you wanted, just didn't do it fast enough. Wow, why'd you hit me again? I did it. Oh, well, you didn't do it fast enough. Others who did not opt to glue their hands to the floor utilized the adhesive to glue study papers regarding rising global temperatures to various models that are now on display. Oh, Proster, yeah, okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's read about them not being able to use the bathroom, please. Grimalda, in the series of tweets, further mentioned that the company supported the rights group to protest, but refused to provide them with a bowl to urinate and defecate in a decent manner while they were glued. Mm-hmm. He also said that the people who supported the protest were not allowed to go out of the building, and if allowed, they couldn't get back in. We can't order food. We must eat what's provided by Volkswagen. Lights off. Random unannounced check by security cards with bright torches. Police just came in, he tweeted. Well, duh. What did you think was going to happen? I thought this was America. I thought this was America. I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
America.
It's notable that while Volkswagen manufactures several iconic brands of cars, the group has also emerged as a major manufacturer of electric cars. In fact, in 2021, it was the top seller EVs in Europe.
They have some really sweet electric cars too. Like the Porsche Taycan is amazing.
Oh, they have a website. Sorry, go ahead. You were saying?
No, I was saying Porsche has really put effort into Elon's whole his whole mission was we want to make electric cars sexy. We want them to we don't want everything to be a Prius, because that was the first big large the first electric car that was really sold a lot was the Prius, and everybody had a Prius.
I mean, my brother has a Tesla.
it's not a sexy car. You don't feel like, people would feel good driving a Prius exclusively for their, the environmental smugness. That South Park fucking smelling their own farts episode. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
the smug. Ugh.
The smug,
The
exactly.
smug.
That episode. But so Elon's mission was to make electric cars really cool, and that's like Porsche's doing that. Porsche's like actually making like really cool electric cars. But I mean, Porsche's owned by Volkswagen as well as like Audi, Lamborghini, and like a bunch of other companies. Like it's all under Volkswagen Group. But yeah, it's they're doing a lot to I mean, there's pressure on them, and they're adhering to the pressure, and so like that's why you have, like you negotiate with terrorists, and you get stuff like this.
Justin, I have good news.
See?
Scientist Rebellion has a website.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So, I'm going to send you a link. Now, unfortunately, you can't just see this, what I'm doing, but I have a link here that I am sending through Discord that goes to their website.
Okay.
So, I'm on the front page. Where are you?
I'm about to click that link. Front page.
Scientist Rebellion. ScientistRebellion.com for everyone playing at home.
Live for your dad.
So we're gonna about us. All right, we're going to our positions and demands. Oh, this is handy. Please don't be super long. I'm tired of reading. Oh, fucking what? How many pages?
What are the odds?
A whole page. Ugh. Okay, wait. To achieve decarbonization on the required scale, without necessarily, it's not necessarily require a reduction in living standards. Okay. Seems reasonable. Transition to sustainable systems. Oh, yeah, wealth distribution. Here it is. Point number 3, wealth distribution. Really, that's how you solve all the environmental problems, is by taking other people's money.
Give me your stuff. No, I want your stuff.
Really makes you think. Really makes you think. Like, and with all that money, they came up with gluing themselves to the floor. Bro, I saw a video of a crackhead climb into an airplane fucking factory so that he could huff the fucking glue, alright? Now that man glued himself to the fucking floor when he passed out. I'm gonna put a video of it right up here while I describe. He fucking like takes the lid off, takes one big whiff, and then he fucking falls and tries to grab the barrel, pulls the barrel out. That guy knew how to fucking glue himself to a fucking floor. These guys are fucking amateurs.
Amateur hour.
Fucking amateurs, bro. He was a crackhead. You guys are fucking scientists. You can't figure out how to glue yourself to a fucking floor properly. And you and you think you deserve more of other people's money? No. I'm gonna give it to the guys who were making Teslas. Fuck off. No. Like, bro. You'd be better off giving your money to the crackhead. I'm gonna be honest. Probably better off giving some of that money to the crackhead, because at least we know what he's gonna do with it, right? We can't believe
He's not gonna last very long. He's gonna have a really good time for a short amount of time, and then he's gonna be no more.
And I'm mocking these people, and I kind of think climate change really is a thing. Like it really is a thing, but there's I'm gonna nice little another thing for me to throw up here.
Yeah. There's certainly elements of it that are man-made. At least it seems like we're having an impact. It's just like, well, I mean, the biggest contributors to like these greenhouse gas emissions are like these tanker ships trucking in like untold amounts of like useless bullshit that we don't need. And like the fact that our entire economy is built on is built-in obsolescence, and then like financing and debt to sell people more of that bullshit after like their their existing washer or dryer goes is obsolete. It's just like more and more and more and more stuff.
Well,
it's just like
all right. So on the far right, okay, on the far right of the Venn diagram, you have denialists, complete utter denialists. On the other side, all right, you've got histrionic retards that throw food at paintings. And in the middle, you got everybody else. Everybody else. There's so few of the people on both sides. But I think in this everybody else, everyone's kind of like a little more towards the histrionic retards, like, and their points, but they're histrionic and retarded about it.
yeah. That's fine, okay.
All right, ladies and germs. We have watched some histrionic retardation. We have viewed
I
some...
love that expression.
Yeah. We have visited the website of these people, and I am going to do some gigging and find out if there's any more gold to be farmed from this turd nugget. Justin, is there anything else you would like to say to our beloved audience before we sign off for the evening?
Don't glue yourself to the floor.
Don't glue yourself to the floor, and if you're going to do it, be a crackhead, okay?
If you're going to do it, bring a bucket to shit in.
Oh, yeah. These people literally didn't have a pot to piss in. They literally didn't. Yeah. All right, so I'm Grundy. I'm
Okay.
go for Grundy on Twitter, and Juice
I don't
Pamplemousse.
remember what my Twitter
Juice
is.
Pamplemousse on Twitter, and
Okay,
of course me, Go for Grundy. Join our Discord, link in the description, and please be sure to like and subscribe. Have yourself a beautiful evening. Enter the intro music. Ba, 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 ba. Now.